Hey Clashers, and welcome back to another video. Well, a couple of days ago I asked you which strategies you would like to see on my YouTube channel. And to be honest, Queen Charge LaLo was one of the most often strategies you wanted to see. So let's dive right into it, because I'm going to take a look at this specific strategy. I'm going to share with you a couple of basics, like how you approach bases, like how do you deploy the LaLo, Air Warden, Ground Warden, which Siege Machine. There's so many different options you can choose from, so I think we should dive right into the basics to just have some fun after that, because after that we're going to jump into a couple of live attacks in Legends, and let's see if we can have some fun. But before that, we have to take a look at the basics. So when to use the Ground Warden, when to use which Siege Machine, and what should you charge for with your Queen? Well, the most important thing normally is always taking down the Town Hall. It's pretty much the similar approach like Blizzard LaLo, for example. You don't want to LaLo the Town Hall. It is possible, but come on, it is so risky. So what you're doing instead is you're either trying to take down the Town Hall with the King or with the Queen. On ring bases, this is like a really big challenge, because the Town Hall is inside the base, and you have you need to learn about using your heroes correctly to funnel, for example. So I will showcase that to you in just this attack, for example. So what I'm going to do, I'm just trying to brute force my Queen into the core. As I see her go to the left, I will play something on the left. If she's going to the right, I'll play something on the right. That's pretty much how this works. So let's see if we can make that work. First, obviously, we need the Stemmer, because no lock launcher is needed whatsoever. We're already starting pretty good, because we're losing our Queen ability early, but that's no problem. That's no problem. The strategy is powerful enough that we can still somehow save this. Maybe. But now, since we have the funnel set, or like at least we have the pathing set for the Queen, we need to make sure that she's staying on this path. And for this, there is no limits in what exactly you're about to use. You can use the lock launcher, you can use the King with the Warden, you can use whatever you want to. And this is why this strategy is so cool. But at the same time, this is why this strategy is so confusing to get into. So let me summarize again. First off, Queen charge the Town Hall, or get the Town Hall with your King. Get the Town Hall down somehow with your heroes, so you're not relying on the Town Hall. If there's a big Warden compartment, you always have the option of, if there's a big Eagle compartment, you have always the option of using the Warden with the King to get on ground. And except that, just try to go for the Town Hall, and that's pretty much it. Now the LaLo. And the LaLo is an interesting thing, because I have so many people asking, how many loons should I drop? How should I approach the base? And what you typically do is you have the first group of loons being a little bit bigger, which means like roundabout 3 to 5 loons per defense. For the first 2 to 3 defenses roundabout. After that, the remaining groups of loons which are getting added are in between of 2 to 3 loons. This is pretty much only to kind of distract buildings, to take buildings down, because 2 to 3 loons already are strong enough to take that down. And that's exactly what's happening on this base, even though a lot of things went wrong, to be honest, with our Queen charge and the Queen going down even. This is still going to be a pretty big overkill, which is showing the true power of this LaLo attack. So after going through the basics like loon drops and everything, now let's see if we can find some bases to showcase how exactly you can Queen charge those, and how easy LaLo can look like, and actually how easy LaLo is, because Queen Charge LaLo, I think you can do that as well. But now let's have some fun and get into some live attacks. Okay, this is a teaser base, which is normally not that great to attack for Queen Charge LaLo, but I will try to somehow make this work still. One of the best things you can do though is pretty much combine your Queen with the Royal Champ to walk one of the flanks. The biggest problem with those flank walks is normally always this second layer air defense. So we try to get rid of that with our Royal Champion. We don't have a blimp or something, or we don't want to invest the blimp. So that's why, and that's how we're trying to go for it. So what I'm doing right now, I'm just trying to like funnel Sneaky Goblin over there, then Royal Champion in just a second. So like this, then the Wizard behind, because obviously I want to make sure that my Queen is going into the right direction. And then let's see. Healers are on my Queen, which is great. We want to take care of the air defense and this Expo. Those are the biggest priorities right now. And obviously keep those healers alive at the same time as well. Royal Champion ability. Air defense is gone. Perfect. This is already enough value of that Royal Champion. And this Royal Champion value is actually looking pretty insane. We have to rage soon now because of the Clan Castle coming out. There's a triple super mini Clan Castle, which is really scary. So we need to be careful with that. And then we need to wall break into the Inferno Tower compartment right now. Always place a couple of coconut loons just to keep your healers alive. Freeze now. Keep that queen alive at the same time though. And now just keep raging her. You can use the king now for the bottom side, like just for tanking purposes. And then push the queen inside obviously. So let's try to do that. Now the headhunter in there as well. King is pushing in. Awesome. Defending king as well. We try to take those out. Another freeze. King ability to push the queen inside because the queen is supposed to walk behind the town hall. This is right now our biggest goal. And as we accomplish this, this is looking really good for us. Another wall break, but I think the town hall should already go down by the king, which then is even better for us. Okay, yeah, the king is getting it down. That's perfect. And then we can get started. We need to be careful though, like those, this getter might, the eagle might lock onto our healers, so we need to be careful with that one. Queen ability. And then healers behind, looking good. Minions, healers behind, I'm just stupid. I wanted to say minions behind. Invisibility spell, we need to keep that queen alive. We need to keep that queen alive. That's our biggest goal because then everything at the bottom side is going to go down. That's at this point everything we need. So we have a couple of more loons. They're looking good. We still have the warden ability, by the way, which I don't think we even need. But hey, whatever. Now like 1, 2, 1, 2. And then we have one loon left, which I'm going to save for cleanup, to be honest. I think that might be the best way to go for. And then we can use the warden ability just now because where should I else use it, right? And then like just sneaky goblins, cleanup troops. And to be honest, I think we don't even need that last cleanup loon, but I would just place it over here. Either way, this is how you attack those teaser bases. Use your royal champion in a really strategic way, and then the king to push the queen inside. But hey, that's how you do it, and that's how you play a clean Queen Charge LaLo on one of those annoying looking teaser bases. Okay, we have an interesting... Wait a second, I think that's a really old looking Gaku base, isn't it? I think if I remember correctly, it's one of the older Gaku bases, so let's see what we can actually do on this one. I feel like a good way on approaching this base might be just trying to abuse the fact that this compartment of the eagle looks really juicy for like a king and ground warden. I feel like that's a good way to approach this base. So let's see if we can make this work. First off, obviously queen down, funnel right here and right here. Use the wall break to get the queen inside the base where she's supposed to go, like this. Keep her alive obviously. And now the rage to make sure the defending royal champion is not really having that great of a time. We need to be careful as well with this air defense, the second layer. This is going to be kind of tricky, but I think with that royal champion, which we're going to use in just a couple of seconds, I think it should look okay. So wall break now in there as well with the ground warden this time. So let's see. I think this should look good. Queen, we can rage her up. We don't even need to rage her, to be honest. This looks already good enough. Then the headhunter in just a second to take down the defending king, like this. Wall break like that. Warden ability like this. This looks great already. This looks really good, guys, I think. So the wall break at the top set works. So don't lose that queen. Don't lose that queen. I don't want to rage her. Just queen. What are you? Why? What are you doing? And why are you doing it? What is happening? Why? Okay. Now like one loon over there. Maybe we can wall break now into the core. Yeah, at least that's going to work. At least something. But hey, that's now a bad surprise. Now we need to take down the town hall with something except our queen charge. So that's not how I wanted to have this happen. But hey, queen charge still looking good. We can reach both scatters. We can reach the sweeper into the town direction. So that should be still good. Now the question though is how we approach the rest of this. So minions down. Already like one minion to tank and then two loons behind that. Wait a second. Keep that queen alive. Keep that queen alive. The queen needs to stay alive. That's the really big important thing. Oh boy. I think I'm just going to use the invisibility spell now. Just to make sure that queen has a little more hit points going into that back end. There's a red bomb. We have 1 minute left. We know LaLo is kind of quick. So that's not the end of the world. Okay, now like the next rage. Okay. Okay. Should be still looking okay. Okay, now those loons in like this. Slammer in like that. Okay, we have a freeze and a haste to get into that compartment, or at least get into the town hall really quickly. Now the haste, now the freeze. We have to use cleanup at the job site. Maybe we should save a couple of loons for cleanup, something like that. Town hall's going down. That's awesome. Queen abilities for cleanup as well. We have to use something as well on the left side. We need to wait for the last building to get down. That's exactly what's about to happen. One loon over there, one loon over there. Slammer is getting open to speed things up a little bit. And hey, even though things did go wrong horribly with that queen pathing, we still stayed calm and collected and getting this done. Queen Charge LaLo is insane if you can actually learn how to use it. You saw as well my drops at the end. Place for every single defense 2 to 3 loons, depending on how many defenses you have actually left where you can drop loons on. And if you see that your time is ticking low, like your time is running low, just save 1 or 2 loons for cleanup purposes. That's no problem whatsoever. But you have to wait until the last defense is gone to actually use them. And that's pretty much it. I hope you learned something new. Queen Charge LaLo, it's it's a really fun strategy. It's one of the most powerful strategies as well in the game. Well, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys back tomorrow for the next video.